So the other day on the show, we talked about how the fascism in this country is getting worse and worse by the day. It truly is. Things where we thought there were lines in the past, there are no lines anymore. And people can say the most disgusting, deplorable, deranged, disgusting things you've ever heard, and it's nothing. It's water off a duck's ass. Nobody even talks about it. So at the same time that people are getting fired for literally quoting Charlie Kirk directly and posting it, his own words, they're getting fired for doing that. You have Fox News hosts who are saying, let's kill all homeless people, and they get a little slap on the wrist, have to give a half-assed apology, and then they don't get fired. There's no consequences whatsoever. This is the country we live in. So a cancel culture for anything liberal or left of center. If you're right wing, you can go as far as you want, say whatever the hell you want. You can fucking goose step and zig heil like Elon Musk literally did. Like he did. Here's what Brian Kilmeade said on Fox and Friends the other day. Listen.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you or you decide that you're going to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be now.
Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them.
Yeah, Brian, why did it have to get to this?
Involuntary lethal injection. Just kill him. Involuntary lethal injection. Just kill him. We have nearly 800,000 homeless people in this country. 800,000. We have about 30,000 homeless veterans in this country. For a lot of those people, it's literally just a money issue. Hey, I don't have the money to be able to pay to put a roof over my head. He wants to criminalize poverty and make the punishment the death penalty. The death penalty. Criminalize poverty. Jesus Christ. Literally a war on not only poor people, the poorest of poor people, the most downtrodden and left behind by society. Kill them. Fuck them. They don't count. Kill them all. Involuntary lethal injection is what he said. All right, well, guess what? The same week that a Fox host says kill them all, talking about homeless people, guess what happened? More than a dozen injured in Minneapolis shooting at homeless camp and near transit station. 8 people have been injured in a shooting at a homeless camp in Minneapolis with 4 in critical condition. 8 people have been wounded, including 4 with critical injuries in a shooting at a homeless camp on private property in Minneapolis, police said. The shooting happened just hours after and blocks away from another shooting that left 5 injured near a transit station, as city officials acknowledge a spate of recent violent crime in the area. Those shootings come during a particularly violent summer for the Minneapolis area. This includes the assassination of Melissa Hortman and her husband in their home, as well as the shooting of another state lawmaker and his wife the same day in June. A mass shooting at a Minneapolis church in late August killed 2 children and 21 others injured. Police learned of the shooting at the homeless encampment around 10 p.m. Monday when an off-duty officer working at a nearby retail store was approached by people running from the camp and reporting gunfire. Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara said in a news conference following the city's latest mass shooting, the officer left the store and heard gunfire coming from the encampment. Now, to be fair, we have no idea if this is somebody who heard Brian Kilmeade say that and they did it. But it is quite a coincidence here, and also quite a trend that now the gun violence has kicked into fucking high gear, bro. And this is before the economy is going to fall off a fucking cliff. We're going to be in a depression. And then you're probably going to get even worse gun violence. The same day that Charlie Kirk was killed, we had a fucking anti-Semite, white supremacist, 16-year-old school shooter named something Holly. I forget his first name. Desmond Holly was his name. And I believe he injured multiple people, may have killed 1 or 2. This was the same day. Nobody's even talking about it. Neo-Nazi shooter the same day. Nobody even fucking talks about it. Now, you have homeless people get shot up. The same week, a Fox News show says, well, kill them all. Kill all the homeless people. And nobody's going to bring it up. Nobody's going to bat an eyelash. Nobody's going to ask Brian Kilmeade, hey, you feel fucking bad about this, dipshit? You feel bad about this? The country's coming apart at the seams, bro. So here is a Minneapolis police officer talking about this after it happened.
But unfortunately, here we are yet again in the aftermath of a mass shooting. This is not normal. I'm providing details on yet another multiple victim shooting in which 8 people have been injured by gunfire. This time this occurred at a homeless encampment. The people of Minneapolis deserve peace and safety. All residents of the city deserve that on their streets and in their neighborhoods and in their homes. And I know it's been a lot of violence lately, and we just want our community to know that we are not going to give up, and that we will continue to fight so that every person in this city can be safe.
So yeah, life is cheap now, bro. We've been watching a live stream genocide for nearly 2 years. People view life as cheap. We're a country that has a lot of poverty, a lot of mental illness, and even more guns. I was going to say drugs, but guns is what I meant to say. Well, that's a bad mix. That's a bad mix. And now you have the number one name in news in the country. One of their main hosts calls for killing all the homeless people, and the same week, you have a mass shooting of homeless people. Now, just to show you how broken our moral meter is in this country, our moral barometer, what you're going to find is you're hearing this story here on this show. I don't think you'll hear it anywhere else. I don't think they'll talk about it on CNN. I don't think they'll talk about it on MSNBC. Certainly won't talk about it on Fox News. They'll act like it never happened. They'll act like it never happened. Now, don't you think in a healthy, functioning country, something like this happens, and the reaction is immediate coverage, immediate outrage, and Brian Kilmeade would be disciplined. He would probably be fired. At the very least, he would be suspended, right? In a functioning country that actually had morals and values and ethics, that's what would happen. But we don't live in a functioning country. We live in hell, where oftentimes the people who get rewarded are the ones who say the most bombastic, extreme, crazy things, violent things, and there's no consequences for their actions whatsoever. None. Meanwhile, as I said, all the force of government will come down on anybody who dared to criticize Charlie Kirk in the wake of his killing. Even if you're just quoting him. Even if you say murder's horrible and wrong and I condemn it, but I didn't agree with him and I thought he was hateful. Even that, you'll have consequences. You might lose your job. You might get death threats. But say we should kill all homeless people and then a bunch of homeless people get shot up. Nothing. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.